I'm hearing the song that's like slipping through my fingers all the time, and it is a very windy day. So, and my cards keep flying all over the place, slipping through my fingers, and the sun is on me, and I want you guys to be able to see me. And there's this feeling of wanting to be able to see yourself. And the thing that's, even the camera is bouncing from the wind. This feeling of slipping through your fingers is your concept of yourself and your relationship with yourself. And there's this feeling of every time you start to figure something out about yourself, or you start to build your self concept and you find something that feels true about you, then something happens and your life experience changes and who you are changes. And there's something frustrating here about your relationship with yourself. Like you feel like, yeah, also the cards just now, they're having a hard time coming out. So, ooh, having a hard time coming out. So maybe there's something there for you. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the page is always a very youthful energy, right? It's an apprentice, someone who's at the start of something. The tasks that they're being given are quite small. And it feels like you are frustrated with the smallness of yourself. Like as soon as you start to figure something out, everything changes and you're back at square one, and it just feels like this repeating cycle of feeling like a child, even within yourself. Like you feel very young at heart, and that's maybe there's something that happened when you were very young, and you're kind of, there's something where you feel trapped within that moment of whatever happened, so you feel like you're consistently at that same age, this age where you felt insecure and unsure of yourself. And with the Page of Pentacles here, it's like you've accepted this youthfulness about yourself. You'll always carry that childlike energy that you have, but you want something tangible you can hold on to about yourself. And I do want to tell you that, like, you don't want to be a fully tangible person. There's something so beautiful about being enigmatic and elusive, like having this sort of character where people are not, it's like unexpected. You're an unexpected person and people are unsure what you'll do next. And that's a really powerful and beautiful thing. So instead of like searching so hard for one thing to pin down that you can say about yourself, maybe the unpinnability, the inability to conceptualize, that is your grounded piece of information about yourself. Like maybe that's the thing that you can hold on to. You're adaptable. You're like a chameleon. And maybe you're a Gemini like me. I feel like I'm always saying that. I'm just hoping for a bunch of Geminis in my audience. But yes, like something about your relationship with yourself is almost a pain point for you, and you want that to change. And that's this with this Page of Pentacles again, I see it's almost like you're making this offering to yourself. You're at the point where it might be the start of a more grounded and practical relationship with yourself, but you're ready to do the work. And again, maybe you're at the start of your journey with self-love and acceptance, but you are making real action and steps towards it. Maybe even things like watching these videos and asking yourself questions about how the words being said make you feel. So you like, I see that there's stuff you're doing to develop that. I even see like maybe you've been taking classes and exploring your curiosities and the things that interest you. And this is, maybe that's something you can hold on to about yourself, is you're a curious person. Now that this curiosity has been turned inwards, it's almost going to become your superpower. Like the level of transformation and exploration you can have within your relationship with yourself is exponential, I'm hearing. Like the capacity for self-transformation is so big, and so bright. I'm also picking, like, maybe you're a little bit of an introvert, so that's why it's so important that you develop this relationship, because maybe before you would be alone or have your alone time and it felt like escapism or like you were just avoiding yourself. And now that you're actually working on this relationship with yourself, I see this introvertedness is going to be a strength rather than a weakness. Like before, maybe you were a little bit ashamed that you weren't like everyone else or you weren't more of a social butterfly, but now that you're falling in love with yourself, this loneliness you've always felt is going to go away. And it's not going away because of the addition of meaningless friendships, but the addition of a meaningful friendship with yourself. We do have another card here. This is going to take some work. And that's, I think, the thing that's beautiful about where you're at right now, especially with that Page of Pentacles, is you're ready to put in the work towards yourself. But no, this is not like an overnight thing, especially because if you've neglected and avoided yourself for a very long time, this isn't something that's just going to happen overnight. It's going to take work to build. And you're learning how to have a firm foundation and stability within yourself. You're learning how to be a good support to yourself. And that's like maybe just even little things like taking care of yourself. Maybe before you would do things like purposely staying up all night, like just not taking care of yourself. And it was a type of self-harm. And that's those types of things, especially if it's a consistent pattern and habit of not taking care of yourself, it's something you're going to have to put conscious and consistent action towards. It's not something that but I see, especially with the Page of Pentacles, you're ready to put this real work towards it. I will say this is a great time for me to shamelessly plug myself. A great way to develop your relationship with yourself is working on your spirituality. And if this is your first time that the algorithm has brought you to me, my name is Ava Alana. I'm a spiritual consultant and advisor. I help people work on and conceptualize themselves, especially with tools like astrology and tarot. It's great tools for self-reflection. And if you're having a hard time finding tangible things you know about yourself, I can help you pin some of that down. I especially am drawn to helping people uncover their highest potential, their highest self, their highest form of expression. And I like to use spiritual tools as a practical way to develop the self. So if that interests you, check the description box below. It's stanstore/Ava Alana. And if you've enjoyed the video so far and it's resonating, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you so much for that. And this is the start of a beautiful friendship between you and I. And I'm all for self-love. I'm really into this energy that I'm picking up from you. Like, you're doing a very good job. And I feel like everything flows from this point on. Let me grab this card. Like, it's almost like your life never felt like it was a real life. Like, it felt like, when will my life begin? And that has been a kind of persistent theme with this collective. And it's like your life will begin once you take those conscious actions towards yourself. It's like what we pour our energy into grows. And you're pouring your energy into yourself, so the only result can be growth. And from there, like, you're going to become more and more the person of your dreams. Like the person you wanted to grow up into, you're becoming the person you wanted to be when you were young. And from there, anything could happen. Like, that's the place to be. Because from there, all your dreams can come true, honestly. Let's see what this card is. Oh, the star! Yes, this is all about the self and developing your hidden talents and uncovering your beauty. I want you to be a little bit more obsessed with yourself. Like, I think you've been harsh with yourself, and that's something like, maybe it wasn't necessarily that you couldn't pin down a self-concept, you couldn't pin down anything good about yourself. It's more like that part. Like, you could find things to say about yourself that were negative, and you held so firmly to them, you really believed them to be true. And the more you believed them, the stronger they became. So you were giving energy and attention to negative qualities. So those those aspects had a lot of opportunity to develop, and now you're like rewriting the script. You're unwiring, yeah, like unplugging yourself from those beliefs so that you can develop the beautiful things about yourself and so that you can actually start to see them. And that's, I think, you've really believed that there was nothing good you had to offer or there was nothing good to praise or celebrate about yourself. But I do see it's just because you've poured so much energy into the negative things about yourself that you haven't really given yourself the opportunity to grow into a beautiful person. And now you're finally watering yourself and giving yourself that opportunity. And I just want you to know that that's such a huge gift. That's such a huge blessing, and it's a blessing that's not dependent on anyone else. So in a way, there's like a big reclamation of your sense of self-control and power. Knight of Cups. Yes. I want you to look at your self-care practice as an offering you can give to yourself, like an offering of love and devotion. And I think it's so easy for us to be committed and devoted to things that harm us, but when you become committed and devoted to the self, the only thing that can happen is goodness. Like there's only beauty that can come from this. Oh, that's so beautiful. I am seeing the Page of Swords, so a lot of page energy. And that's, I do see like with the pentacles and the swords, I'm seeing you creating new thoughts, ideas, and beliefs about yourself, and then also creating some sort of self-care practice that's physical, like a daily routine. I'm thinking like very Virgo energy, like cleaning your space, taking care of yourself in really practical ways. Five of Pentacles. There's something here about your body and your perception of your body. Oh. And this is like a lot of you haven't wanted to spend time with yourself or think about yourself because of some sort of body image issues. And especially with that, like not being able to pin something down, I am feeling like dysphoria, body dysphoria, dysmorphia. Sorry if I'm getting the terms incorrect, but yes, because we have the Five of Pentacles here. And that's like the hard work I was picking up on. I do see that these are very deep wounds around the self. So again, it's not, don't put pressure on yourself with this. And that's like the opposite of pressure is the opposite of care, especially if you're a more feminine being. Pressure does not do well for you. So handle yourself tenderly. Handle yourself with a lot of grace and care. Be very gentle, because and also I want you to know that what comes with that, sorry, this card is gonna drive me nuts if I don't grab it, so let me grab that. What comes with taking care of yourself is also because some of these images and thoughts and ideas you have about your body do not come from you. They come from social media, they come from pop culture, they come from society, and maybe from things that other people have said or projected onto you. So with this being gracious and tender care that you're having for yourself, it's almost like if you had a sweet young baby, someone under the age of 5 that was under your protection and care, you would not allow them to get around people that would harm them. And so with this love for yourself, you have to be more serious about not letting people who would do harm to you. And harm does not just have to be physical, it can be, emotional, especially if you're struggling with your self-concept. People who would do harm to that there's going to be two parts of you during this time. There's going to be the motherly part of you where you're like standing up and having to be this force of nature to protect yourself. And then there's going to be the more childlike version that needs your love and care. So, yes. guard your heart, I'm hearing as well. And, I'm hearing this is not the time. A relationship can be deeply healing, but this is not the time for you to, like, I don't think that dating should be the main focus at this time. I see, like, these issues that you have, these need to come first and they need to be priorities. So it's almost like you need to date yourself for a while. A Page of Cups. Okay, so we've seen Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So a lot of inner child healing. Again, like very young inner child. And that's those maternal instincts that I see you naturally have. And maybe that's something you can say about yourself. You're very protective. Like I see you being the mom friend, or like very protective within other people in your life. And it's time for you to like pour that sort of protective magic that you have into yourself. And yes, I'm done shuffling the cards because I feel like I'll just get Page of Wands, because the clear message here is the Page. And the Page, the thing is that they're doing things, and it might be small things like drinking water, making yourself a cup of tea if you're feeling anxious, like really babying yourself. Yes, I believe that is the end of the message. I'm sending you so much love and compassion, and I'm so proud of you, because this adventure that you're on with yourself is so special and will completely change the trajectory of your life. So know that even if it feels small, like things like making yourself take a shower and drinking water, it might feel like those are very small things, but they're very big in the grand scheme of things. Like if you took an eagle eye perspective, you would see how purposeful this time is in this chapter of your life. And yeah, it's only up from here. Like this development of the self is the beginning of everything. I wish you all the best. Have a beautiful day.